Hi everyone, this is V&A again, one of the student managers at the Triton Food Pantry. Welcome back to the Pantry Podcast. I'm hoping that the Pantry's first podcast inspired you to get cooking with underappreciated fruits and veggies.
Hello everyone, Lexi here again as well.
Today we are coming at you with a bit of a different type of podcast where we will be highlighting how food insecurity impacts our very own Tritons. We appreciate students who anonymously submitted their stories because we understand that talking about food insecurity isn't necessarily an easy thing to do. In sharing these stories, we hope to shed light on the diverse experiences of students facing food insecurity.
Each of our hardworking and passionate pantry managers will read the stories submitted in order to share our impact while preserving anonymity of our users. We have V&A, of course, our volunteer manager and co-lead for next year, Angela, our current marketing manager, Kellyanna, our current pop-up manager, me, our current lead manager, and Stephanie, our current general manager in our pickup system.
Thank you, Lexi. So let's go ahead and listen to the stories of our fellow Tritons. Triton A shares, I have just recently been food insecure due to COVID. Due to my hours being cut, having to pay rent, and an ongoing medical problem I have had for a while, I have very little money for food. Knowing that I have very little money for food is more distracting than you would think. I hate going to the store and worrying so much about the prices and realizing how little or none I can get with the money I have. The anxiety of being food insecure in general often distracts me from my schoolwork, because I am always thinking about wanting food but having little money and other bills to pay. Thankfully, the Triton Food Pantry is still open. Going there helps me be less food insecure and save money for my other necessities. Without them, my food insecurity would be way worse, as I know I would have to sometimes skip meals due to not having enough money to buy more. Something that I hope people realize about food insecurity is that it can happen at any time without warning, so don't be afraid to ask for help from anyone when you need it.
Triton B shares, it's been really tough affording good quality food or even just fresh food since college started. A lot of the food I eat is from the restaurant that I work at, and that is definitely not the healthiest option. I've gained so much weight, plus the freshman 15, and that has impacted my body image and thus my mental health overall. So it's really not just my physical health that is impacted from not being able to afford to buy fresh and good quality food.
Triton C shares, despite the food insecurity I faced, I often found myself downplaying it and not asking for assistance because I felt that there were others who probably needed it more than me. I mean, a few skipped meals seemed like nothing compared to what others face on a daily basis. It took me time, but I learned to realize that I shouldn't feel guilty for trying to help myself. I really appreciate the food pantry because it's a place where I can feel safe going and knowing that I won't be judged. Although it's only a few items a week, it's a world of difference to many students.
Triton D shares, my food insecurity started recently with COVID-19. I decided to move back home to support my parents during the pandemic since they have health conditions that put them most at risk of contracting the virus. I was living on campus and working as an RA. Since I resigned, my dining dollars and Triton cash that RAs are given was terminated. I realized that I lost my meal plan and access to groceries. My mom had gone on unemployment since her job closed as a result of COVID-19. I was really scared and unsure of where to access food. I emailed the Basic Needs Center, who sent me the forms to get food from the Triton Food Pantry. I was able to get food really quickly, which brought a strong sense of relief and stability. Since then, I'm very grateful for the Triton Food Pantry and its ability to help out all students when emergencies happen.
Triton E shares. Before I had a car, it was really cumbersome to go to get groceries. I planned for weekly or bi-weekly grocery trips, and that time and energy could have been applied somewhere else. What was worse was that it was not uncommon that the food was no longer fresh by the time I ate it. Aside from the fact that San Diego lacks convenient public transportation and the heavy bags made things more miserable.
Thank you to all of our Tritons who have shared with us how they have been impacted by food insecurity. Your stories continue to inspire and motivate our work. You can always count on the Triton Food Pantry being here as a resource for whenever you need it. Thanks for tuning in again. Take care, everyone. Bye.